Thank you for watching this recording. My name is Kristen Johnson. I'm a training and consulting partner with ProQuest, now part of Clarivate. Today we're going to be discussing how to imagine, discover, and explore with ProQuest One Literature, brought to you by Galileo. This recording is geared for academic librarians or librarians who need to help their patrons with literature and literature criticism research. If you have any questions or would like to schedule a free training for your library, please feel free to contact us at training@proquest.com. Today's session is about how to use this database to help your students in their literary research. I hope that you take away some ideas for how you can use this database at your institution. While this presentation will address some of the functionality of the ProQuest platform, it will not address basic search or basic functionality. If you need additional assistance with the platform, you can find a lot of the information on the ProQuest platform LibGuide. Imagine that you have a patron or student who has an assignment where they need to find primary and secondary sources for a literature course, and they aren't sure where to start. ProQuest One Literature may be one option to help. Let's take a look at how it might be useful to you and your patrons. ProQuest One Literature supports all aspects of literature research, teaching, and learning. It brings together a range of sources designed to search many and diverse research needs in the field of literature and related disciplines. Types of content include primary texts, full-text journals, literary criticism, videos, dissertations, ebooks, and more. And new material is added to each monthly release for unrivaled coverage, quality, and currency. Let's take a look at how to discover resources in ProQuest One Literature. The ProQuest One Literature Basic Search is a great starting place. There are links to directly search specific document types. There are links to browse authors, literature collections, and audio and video collections. And at the very bottom, you can find the title list. By default, the basic search box will search all content in ProQuest One Literature. You can focus your search on specific content types or multiple types by clicking the checkboxes or the buttons above the search bar. When entering a search term or a name in the basic search form, you often get suggestions in a drop-down menu, combinations of related search terms, subjects, links to literary movement pages, or author pages. Before we do a search, I'd also like to show the browse features. You can find the links to browse above the search bar or in the hamburger menu in the top left. There are a few ways to browse the collection which can be useful for students who haven't decided who or what they would like to research yet. When you browse authors, you can search by name or limit by gender, ethnicity, and/or nationality. There are tabs at the top to look by literary periods and movements. Under the Literary Period tab, you can see how many authors are listed, which could help them decide what to choose, as well as the general date range. Under the Literary Movement tab, you can see a description of the movements. Each tab includes scope notes for more information and links to authors associated with the movement or period. You can also find the literary movements under Browse Movements. Under the Browse Works tab, you can search within specific collections. You can also expand to see how the authors and how many documents are associated with them in that collection. You can drill down for more details. When you click on the title of the collection, you'll find the Literature Collection page. There are also study guides available. You can scroll through or search using the search box at the top. Here's an example of a study guide. On the right, we have suggested sources, including the author page. Let's take a moment to look at other pages available. Here's an example of an author page. Author pages are also great starting points for finding available information in the ProQuest One Literature database, with sources grouped together by type. Here's an example of a literary movement page. As with the author page, there is a bit of background information at the top with additional content like authors from the movement, reference works, primary texts, criticism, and video and audio as you scroll down the page. Here is an example of a literature collection page. Like the previous pages, it is grouped by document type with links to jump to sections at the top. I'd also like to quickly point out that each of these pages has options to share the entire page at the top right. You can use the hamburger menu in the top left to navigate to the advanced search page. The default for the advanced search page is to search all literature content. You can also choose to search only specific content types such as criticism or primary texts. The selection of searchable fields in the drop-down menu and other search options will change accordingly. I also want to make sure to mention the spelling variants option. This feature is super useful because it takes the variety of spellings into account across languages and historical period. It helps students who may not otherwise know to look for spelling variation. You do also have the option to turn it off if you're looking for a specific spelling. Let's explore the results page. ProQuest One Literature main search results page is another feature that is unique and designed specifically for ProQuest One Literature database. These are the results for a search of George Orwell. The results are broken out by content type and range from items like criticism to primary texts, to book reviews, to secondary sources. You can narrow down to specific content types like dissertations or audio and video using either the content type filters on the left or clicking the green view buttons on the bottom right of each results section. To the right of the results page, you can also see recommendations to reference works and author pages related to your search. Let's click on the View 4,221 Criticism results. I've narrowed the results a bit by limiting to full text and peer-reviewed using the filters on the left. Let's look at this first result. Here's the article. You have the option to hide the highlighting at the top. On the right are some suggested sources to help students find other relevant sources, as well as indexing terms they can use in future searches. We can view different formats of the document when available by using the menu on the left to jump to the HTML full text or the PDF full text. The References option will provide a list of references cited in your selected article when provided. There is sometimes an option for articles that have cited your selected article. That would appear here as cited by. And the last option here is the documents with shared references. This can help put the research into context for your student. It really helps illustrate scholarship as conversation. Back on the full text view, we have lots of options to share and save what you find. Here are all of the options to share. You can download, cite, email, or print your article. You can also add it to Google Drive or Microsoft OneDrive, and you can send it to your citation management tool. Let's take a look at one of the other content document types available. The primary text results page will give you specific filters for primary text records. Here we are searching only in primary text for the word love. Search terms are marked in blue on the results page. You have the option to sort by number of hits within the primary text results. This supports researchers in analyzing text through close reading. Here we have sorted the results by most mentions of some form of the word love, as this feature accounts for word variance. The number of hits found is displayed under the source information. You can also see the keyword and context from the results screen so researchers can initially evaluate the text. Let's click on one of these results. You can search words within the text. Context surrounding the hit is provided in a panel on the left, and you can view the number of hits in each chapter or section of a work. Turn on search term navigation. This will allow you to navigate the text by the term. Click on Jump to First Hit to go to the first occurrence of the keyword in the text. Here we have jumped to the first hit, and there is now an arrow or triangle that you can use to jump to the next hit or the previous hit. Additional information about ProQuest One Literature is available on the LibGuide. If you would like additional information about the ProQuest platform, you can access that on the ProQuest platform LibGuide. And if you have any questions, please email our training team at training@proquest.com. There is a survey link at the end of this recording. It's 2 questions, a rating of how I did in this recording and a comments question. Please take a moment and use that comment section to let us know what kind of library you work in and what kinds of free training sessions you would like to see from ProQuest or Clarivate. Thank you for taking the time to watch this recording. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you for watching this recording. My name is Kristen Johnson. I'm a training and consulting partner with ProQuest, now part of Clarivate. Today, we're going to be discussing how to imagine, discover, and explore with SIRS Issues Researcher, brought to you by Galileo. This recording is geared for K-12 librarians and educators, or those who need to help their middle school and high school age patrons find credible sources for debate assignments or pro-con projects. If you have any questions or would like to schedule a free training for your library, please feel free to contact us at training@proquest.com. Today's session will focus on how to find resources for students and educators available in SIRS Issues Researcher. Imagine you have a student who needs to find credible sources for a persuasive essay, but they aren't sure where to start. SIRS Issues Researcher might be useful. It is a general reference database for upper middle school and high school learners that supports common assignments like persuasive essays or debate topics. Sources include domestic and international newspapers, magazines, and government documents. It includes more than 335 leading issues for students to explore and is updated daily to reflect changes in evolving topics. Let's take a look at discovering content in SIRS Issues Researcher. Right under the search box is the trending topics section, which is based on whatever students are clicking on the most. This is a good way not only to understand what is of highest interest, but also for students to see what their peers are looking at. These topics update every 3 days or so, and they do reflect the results globally. Right under the trending topics are the editor's picks. This is a way for students to see topics that may have been overlooked or don't get clicked on as frequently as some of the other topics. Students can use the subjects at the very bottom or in the drop-down menu at the top to help them find topics or to browse all leading issues. This is helpful for students who may need help narrowing down a broad topic. By clicking on one of these tiles, students will be led to all subjects that can be found underneath the umbrella of the topics listed on this page. There is a basic search box students can use at the top of the page, or students can select the advanced search. This database is geared towards middle school and high school students, and the advanced search page reflects this. Students can limit their search by source type, date, primary source, and/or Lexile score. Let's search sustainable development. The top result in this case is the leading issues page for sustainable development. Students can narrow their results by using the filter on the left. They can limit to specific types of sources that may be specified in their assignment, like newspapers or magazines. The type of source is indicated under the title to help students. Students can find images, graphs, and charts under View All Images. Let's take a quick look at the images. There's a filter on the left, and the images are in columns on the right. When a student opens an image, by clicking on it, they will find ways to use the image on the right. Students can download, print, email, or save the image to the cloud. They also have options to cite the image in MLA, APA, or Turabian. They can also send the citation to Noodle Tools or EasyPib. Right under the citations are related documents to help students find other sources. There is also a link back to the original article to put the image, chart, or table in context. Going back to the results page, let's take a quick look at the leading issue page. There is a summary at the top, which can help give a little bit of background on the topic and some further keywords. On the right, there's the Use This Document box again. There is a Listen button on the page as well, which will open a player. The player includes options to change playback speed and download the audio as an MP3 file. Scrolling down the page, right below the summary is the question surrounding the issue with 2 viewpoints. Each viewpoint has sources. Students can click on the sources to read the full text, or they can perform a search for more sources. Scrolling down the page again, there's a downloadable and writable research guide for the critical thinker right below the Find More Sources link. This guide can walk them through some of the research process. Further down the page, you have critical questions which can be used to prompt students to think more deeply about their chosen viewpoint and topic. There is also an editorial cartoon which can be used to help develop critical thinking skills and can provide an additional way for students to look at an issue. This image is changed and updated frequently. Scrolling down the page again, there is a timeline to provide a visual of how the issue evolved over time. Students can click on the View Full Timeline to see the entire timeline. Students can click on the words in blue to read more articles and explore the issue further. Here's an example of an infographic found in the timeline of sustainable development. Back to the leading issues page, at the very bottom, students can find how the issue has been categorized as well as related leading issues. Here's an example of one of the viewpoints. Clicking on the title allows the students to read the full text. Again, there's a reader that will read the article. There is also a translate feature. Under the title is more information about the source, including bibliographic information, type, and Lexile score. Sometimes there may be a link to open the PDF version in a new window. Again, there are options to share and related documents on the right. At the bottom, there are related subjects so students can find more sources relevant to their topic. Now let's explore the educator's resources. In the top right corner of the landing pages, there is a link called Educator's Resources. While there are several different resources on this page, like the training webinars, curriculum standards, and the link to the LibGuide, I'd like to call special attention to the curriculum guides and note organizers. These are resources to help your students through the research process, depending on what they're studying. Curriculum guides can help students during the research process inside or outside of the classroom. These are commonly used for critical thinking activities. Students can download these guides as PDFs to print out, or they have the option of opening them up in Microsoft Word or Google Docs to fill out electronically. Let's take a quick look at a few of them. Here's the research guide. Here's the editorial curriculum guide. Here is the infographic guide to assist students with the interpreting of infographics. Here's the primary sources guide. Here's the statistics guide. And here is the argument writing guide. You may have also noticed that there are common core standards listed on each guide as well. There are 5 note organizers available. 3 of them are for writing to inform, and 2 of them are for writing to persuade. These are writable PDFs that can be filled in and saved. This is one of the writing to inform, the first one, organizer. For more information, please check out our LibGuides. We have a guide for SIRS Issues Researcher and our K-12 course packs. If you would like a free training for your library, please contact us at training@proquest.com. There is a survey link at the end of this recording. It has 2 questions, a rating of how I did in this recording, and a comments question. Please take a moment, use that comment section to let us know what kind of library you work in and what kinds of free training sessions you would like to see from ProQuest or Clarivate. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to learn more with us. We look forward to hearing from you. Hello, my name is Kristen Johnson, and thank you for clicking on this video. I'm a training and consulting partner with ProQuest, now part of Clarivate. Today we're going to be discussing how to imagine, discover, and explore with eBook Central, brought to you by GALILEO. This recording is geared for all librarians who need to help their patrons find and use books from eBook Central. If you have any questions or would like to schedule a free training for your library, please feel free to contact us at training@proquest.com. Today's session will focus on how to use eBook Central's different features in order for you to help your patrons. Imagine you have a patron who needs to access an electronic book but may not know where to start. eBook Central is one tool available for you to use. Now let's discover some books. Most of your patrons will access ebooks via your library catalog or discovery layer. However, they are able to search eBook Central directly. A basic search can be conducted on the main front page of eBook Central either before or after logging in. Simply enter a keyword, ISBN, author, or title, and then click Search. Patrons also have the option to use an advanced search or browse by subjects. Your patrons can discover books using the browse subjects to narrow down their search. From those results, they can edit their search. This will take them to the advanced search screen with the top row pre-filled with their subject. They can add their additional search terms with Boolean operators or using additional rows. This can help them drill down to find even more relevant results. Let's take a closer look at the advanced search screen. You can also get here using the advanced search screen link located in the top menu bar of the screen on each page. Multiple fields are available to choose from under the drop-down menu. You can add more rows to combine more fields. And you can add limits or filters before your search using the options on the right. Options include date range, language, download format, book status, number of copies, and collection. You can refine your results by book status, year published, subject, language, author, or a combination of these. In the results, if a title is available, there is an indicator below the details of the result. Titles may not always be available. For instance, they may be single copies that are in use. These will show as available on request. Clicking on the book title will take you to the book details page. This page presents you with a range of options. You can read the book online, you can download the book for a specified loan period to read offline, and you can share the link to the book. You can download PDF chapters and page allocations to download or print and keep. Chapter sections with the exact page counts included may be downloaded from the table of contents menu. The pages remaining for copy identifies the amount of pages available to copy each 24 hours. The pages remaining for PDF, print, and chapter download identifies the amount of pages available to download or print each 24 hours. And the availability identifies access to the book. Now let's explore ways to read, share, and download these books. The online reader was developed with extensive input from the customers with intuitive navigation to help you quickly find popular features. These features include the default view, which has an expandable table of contents, which may be used to click into those chapters within the book. A robust search within feature is provided. When a search is run, relevancy ranked search terms by chapter are presented and linked for direct access. Annotation tools allow you to highlight, copy, take notes, and bookmark pages. Full download, as well as partial downloading and printing of permanent non-expiring PDF documents. Link options that create a link specific to the page where it is used. Cite or export to a citation manager. Zoom in or zoom out and adjust the view to full screen if desired. And access and view book details, chapters, and annotated pages, notes, and bookmarks. An additional reader is available for books that are only presented in EPUB format. This reader provides navigation to other parts of the book and eBook Central in the upper left menu. It also provides the ability to copy pages or highlighted sections, print, download the entire book, and navigate through the pages in the options on the lower right. Expanded browse, search, and reading tools are presented in the upper right. The book icon is the table of contents, which allows you to browse through the book by chapter. The magnifying glass is the search, which provides keyword searching in the text with associated hits indicated and navigable. The AA icon allows resizing of the book text, and the star icon is for annotations. You can save or delete your bookmarks and highlights. In the bookshelf, you'll find downloads and loans, up to 10 most recently viewed titles, your annotated books, and the ability to create and organize your saved items to folders. With any items saved in your bookshelf, you can read online, view chapters or table of contents, cite the book, export notes, share link to books, copy the book to a folder. The book may be copied to multiple folders. And at the folder level, you can share a link to the folder, email the folder, export the folder, and cite the folder. To download a chapter from Read Online, click on the PDF icon. Choose your preferred citation style and click Continue. Open the PDF. Chapter downloads do not expire and the page allocation refreshes every 24 hours. Full download is available on the book details page and also on the Read Online. Full download is recommended if you need to access the book offline. Software is required prior to utilizing full download. For PCs, laptops, and mobile devices, you will need to download Adobe Digital Editions. A series of prompts will display during the process. When using a PC, you will be asked if you are using a public computer or your own computer. If you think you'll be needing to transfer your downloaded books to a different computer from the one you're downloading to, you will need to also have a free Adobe account login. This is completely optional and only needed if moving downloaded books between computers. The next screen prompts to download Adobe Digital Editions if you do not already have it. You may skip this step if you have already downloaded the software. Select your desired loan length, which is set by your library. If your book is available in either PDF or EPUB versions, you may also choose which type of file you want to download. Make sure to pay attention to the name and extension of the file for an easier time finding the book later. Your downloaded file would then need to be opened in Adobe Digital Editions. To do this, click File, Add to Library, select the folder where your book was downloaded. You may have to use the drop-down menu to switch from eBooks to Adobe Content Server message in order to find your book. It may also have a number instead of the name. Your patrons may get this notice to authorize their computer. They can add their Adobe ID or check the box that allows them to authorize their computer without an ID. It will open directly into your new book. Your new book will also show on the Adobe Digital Edition start page. You can click the title or click the Read button. This view will also show how much time is left on your loans. For more help or additional resources, definitely check out the eBook Central LibGuide and our monthly webinar calendar, or contact us at training@proquest.com. There is a survey link at the end of this recording. It is 2 questions, a rating of how I did in this recording, and a comments question. Please take a moment and use that comment section to let us know what kind of library you work in and what kinds of free training sessions you would like to see from ProQuest and Clarivate. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to learn more with us. We look forward to hearing from you.